there we go then. So this will be the first time I ever actually do face recording camera time. Hopefully it'll be a bit of a better experience for you guys though, as you can kind of see what I'm doing on the screen. What the? Okay, I was wondering what's going on there. Better camera, that was it. This is a piddly little Logitech thing. Who keeps leaving this door open? We have pressure plates. I don't think people are used to that. Boiler's looking okay. I'm just checking out all the clan stuff at the moment because we've been building an awful lot lately, which is kind of partly why I haven't been recording, because I haven't really been able to focus on my own home. So we've been kind of busy doing all sorts of other things, liquid storage, kind of tree farm power. It's really laggy around here though. Oh, yeah, and also spent like a couple of days building this, which is really, really quite large. Ah, getting stuck in the ceiling. Get on the right. There we go. So my internet connection probably isn't going to be that great, so don't expect the fastest time, or fastest response time from the server from me. Okay. Now, I'm thinking today we should possibly change the structure of this, because at the moment it's just a big circle thingy, and I don't really know what to do with it, so I'm thinking actually building a legitimate house somehow. I don't know how I want to go about that. Stone bricks. They're always useful. So what I might do is I might just lay out, I might use this central circle as like a courtyard area and build houses and things around that. Which would also mean that I'd have to start doing things like lining this into a square, because chances are a typical building isn't going to be circular or won't be able to fit around a circle, at least not easily anyway. I'm not good at that. I'm not very good at architecture, but I'm still learning, so it's a good thing. Come on. We'll be getting back to some more technical stuff. Something I was thinking about as well for the kind of more technical explanations of how things work is to either have a separate series for technical explanations and just keep this as a me messing around on servers doing whatever I do, and explaining things in not so full a detail, or actually using this as the proper kind of maybe just not explaining things in as much detail. I don't know. Whichever you guys prefer. I mean, obviously I tend to find series that use the machines and rather than just explaining what they do, but actually like use them in a proper gameplay way, tend to be more useful as a learning experience than like just what's the word? I'm not very good at this. Than just explaining what they do, rather than just saying this is here, this is it and what it does. This is things it can do, rather than a series which is like, right, I want to do this, so I probably want to use this machine, so let's fiddle with it, and then they arse around with it, mess up loads, and figure out eventually how it works, and everyone else can kind of figure it out for themselves as well. Okay, so we've got a basic square. Hang on, where's the claim? Yeah, my claim is a bit of a funny shape at the moment. I've been... where did I... Oh yeah, I moved it over, didn't I? So it's on this line, and it was at this flower, I think? Okay, I need to check underground. I made my claim the exact shape of the underground area I had before. If I just head to the bottom of here, there's a reactor, but I've been working on an underground area, so I made my claim the exact same shape. Okay, I made that a bit short. On two sides there. Okay. This needs to be one over. It needs to be here. Is that flower that it was at? Okay, so that's the minimum it needs to be on that side. Which means I'm going to have to probably work on this side to begin with. Which means I don't want to take it over too far that way. I want to... There? Nope, a little bit too much. There we go. So that's a good, nice square start to things, which means it gives me two sides to kind of start off with. I think I'll start here though, on this side, because that's where I have the most claimed space. I don't want to leave things unclaimed just in case, because technically speaking, you're not supposed to grief and you will get banned for it, but you don't get refunds, so if you don't claim your stuff and you do get griefed, you're screwed here. Cobblestone. Let's see. I want to what? Party. Like it's 1999. I remember 1999. That was a really long time ago. That's 15 years ago. Help! It's hard to believe I actually remember things when I was about 5. I remember 2001 as well. It's the first time I ever saw a solar eclipse. That to me was fascinating. But of course it would be. I love science and stuff. Okay, so just make a random doorway. This is an odd number, so it's going to have to be a single-spaced doorway unless I can figure out how to do one of those. I could do a fancy piston door, but I don't know how that would... possible, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. How far do I want to take this back? And what exactly do I want to make this out to be? Because obviously this is the border of the gardening area, so I need to make another border again for some kind of building. I'll be filling this in with dirt at some point. So at the moment that goes to there. Generally something I tend to do is use other objects as reference points. So I tend to end up with a lot of either symmetrical stuff or stuff that's aligned very well. But as those as reference points, I prefer to use that over counting because it's just easier to kind of visually see that this line here matches up with this here. So I can just go over to here and know that now this matches up with that one as well. It's fine. And I know that it doesn't go further than that. It works out nicely. So if I do that, take that back a little bit so I've got some kind of like beginning entrance. I think that's about right. Take this out a little bit more. I don't want to take this too much further out, maybe here. Because what I want to do is I want to make some like side wings, actually. Make this like some kind of weird mansion type deal. Now, this one aligns with... fun. That's not specific either. Oh, actually, no, that is. There we go. Come over here to that, lines up to here. Got it. And that one goes beyond by a little bit too much. It's fine, I can change this shape and size of my claim. It would appear I'm probably not going to go much more sideways, so what I can do is I can... didn't mean to do that. Go back into here, grab my claim corner, let's bring it back a little bit, and then we can bring out the other side. There it is. Sorry for flying a bit too fast for you guys. I really do suck at aiming with this thing sometimes. Okay, that's plenty of room. Now that's done. Oh yeah, I forgot to count that. That's 3. Itchy nose. So, 1, 2, 3. Right. So those will be side wings. There'll be a main hall building type deal here. Not sure how high I'm going to go with this. I'm not even sure if I want to build something quite this fancy either, because it's a bit of a big project for me. So I might just want to build something a little smaller, or at least a little lower key. Actually, yeah, I know how to make it so it still has wings, but it's a little easier to build. Make the main building 2 stories like I was thinking of, but I can make the side wings only a single story to make them look like more like storage areas, and actually make them to be storage areas, which could be quite handy. Of course, with an ME system, storage becomes a little easier, so yeah. And at some point, I may may go to another modpack or server or something, because with Tekkify being grouped with some really awesome people means that I've had pretty much all the high-end stuff from day one. Admittedly, Tekkify's still in beta, so there's not really a lot of endgame stuff, and that's all being discussed at the moment. There's even the possibility of Galacticraft, but I wouldn't count on it. Not that I think it won't happen, just that I won't count on it because there's many options. Statistically speaking, it's not the most likely. But you never know. Trying to think of other things that have been considered. I can't go look it up at the moment because apparently I've been banned from the forums because I double posted ages ago. Wait, no, I double posted by accident. I don't know where that happened. And something else. But yeah. So I can't go look at that until later this evening when the ban comes undone. It actually happened a couple of days ago. But, yeah. Right. That'll be the wings. Obviously, I'm just making a very, very basic base here. What I'm probably going to do is use this stone brick literally as just a base and build like proper flooring on top of it rather than just replacing the stone brick. It might be a little easier that way. For some reason, I have the Full Metal Alchemist opening theme stuck on my head. I know exactly why as well. It's really annoying though, because it's trying to play constantly while I'm trying to talk. Right, okay. So, that's the front. Obviously, we want, kind of... I'm going to make the first floor about... maybe about that tall. Well, this is the kind of stone brick I will be replacing later on with other materials to kind of better effect, because stone brick to me is, I've used it so much in so many things, it becomes more of a base designing material rather than anything else. You could use dirt, but generally for me it seems a bit of a waste, because stone brick, if you at least if you use it, you might find it works with certain patterns when you didn't expect it, because stone brick is quite variable, so admittedly it becomes a bit annoying to kind of hack it out again if you're doing large designs, unless you're in creative. But yeah, it's useful. Maybe make the ceiling for the these areas a little lower. Ah, I hate it when this happens. Slight glitch out, and I can still just stand there in the block. Okay, take it this way. Now, I don't know where I'm going to make it rise up, but, yeah, I'll just leave it like that for the moment. I'll figure that bit out later. Right, that should do it. I think that's right. Actually, you know, I just... Whoa, mouse sketching out. Right. Something I hate about modular power suits flight control is there's no way to vary how fast you move around like this. You can make your suit heavier, but it's like, I'd rather not have to do that, because that involves putting on items, taking them off, stuff like that. Oh dear, excuse me. Oh, I didn't do that on this side. So I end up moving around at basically the maximum speed that my suit can fly, and that for me is rather frustrating, because I'm trying to like make minor adjustments and I end up moving a lot more than that. I really need to turn off multiplayer chat. There we go. It's not that there's not a problem with multiplayer chat, it's the fact that when other people say like things that sometimes are just really, really bad. Like, I don't have anything against swear words and stuff, but I at least try to keep it to a minimum because other people do get offended. So, there we go. I don't want to accidentally end up causing problems for other people just because I didn't turn off the chat or something. I may think that's a bit too considerate. I'm still debating that issue, whether or not I should or shouldn't allow myself to swear in these videos. I naturally tend not to, because with these things. But I still, yeah, trying to figure whether or not I'm okay with it, because obviously sometimes there are younger audiences and parents can get frustrated. I'm of the opinion that you may be young, but you're gonna hear them eventually at some point, and a swear word is only bad if you take it wrong, or meant wrong, and people can easily produce the same kind of insulting effects if they wanted to anyway, regardless of swear words. So it's a bit defunct trying to defend yourself against them, if that makes sense. But so, at the same time, I kind of want to respect other people's wishes and decisions. They don't, they don't. Some parents don't want their kids exposed to those kinds of things. That's fine. Like, that's their decision. I don't see why, but that doesn't mean that they're right or I'm right, regardless. It's a bit like a religious argument. At the end of the day, you just kind of, you're both going to probably argue about this kind of thing till the cows come home, so you might as well just agree that both of you are kind of right, or at least it's just something that's a matter of perspective and preference, and you've just got to respect each other for it. Unfortunately, I've met several people who really couldn't act like that on certain things, because they'll just be like, but I'm right, and they'll be like, no, you just don't get it, do you? You really don't. If I rant about anything really, really strange while I'm doing this, it's because I tend to not know what I'm on about with these things. I'm concentrating very hard on figuring out what I'm doing with this, and trying to divert some of my attention to talking the entire time is not the easiest. Okay, so that'll be a second floor. The framework I'm building now is more for your guys' benefits, because normally I plot these things out in my head a bit more in advance. Ooh, I know what I can do here. Of course, with minor changes along the way, but I tend to figure them out as I go. Make a slight sloping of the roof there. Obviously, this is being done in stone brick at the moment, but slight sloped roof. There we go. I can words, honest. So if I do that. Now, if I bring this in a bit. Actually, no, I wanted to bring that in a bit more. Something I like to do as well is... Sorry, there was a fly there. Give myself a bit more depth to things when I'm building them. Like, at the moment, you see I've brought the second floor in a bit more than the first. This pillar here is a bit more in than this pillar. But bringing these in again will help bring more depth to it and give the whole kind of framework effect a bit more to it. I wish it wouldn't go down as much as it does as well. Okay, this also means with the depth effect you can like bring patterns back out of the depth as well, so that you've got these kind of outstanding patterns, literally outstanding. They make for great effects. What am I? Okay, hang on. Trying to copy from one side to the other is a bit annoying sometimes. Ah, okay, I got it now. Cancel that. Cancel? No. Break those. Of course, that's another thing as well, is I wanted to ask if you guys if I should do camera or not, like at all with this. Actually, I really should turn on... I wonder if this guy is bright enough for you guys. It should be okay, but just in case... There's my night vision. That should keep things bright enough. I didn't think about that, sorry. Yeah, I was wondering if you guys want me to do more camera work. I never really done it before, so I'm probably going to be not that great at it to begin with. But I don't know. I mean, other people tend to do it more, and it does add some kind of level of decent effect to it. After all, I tend to explain though, so it's more talking and less needing to see my face. But it'd be a nice thing to do. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you guys whether or not you enjoy it. But see, that's better. nice little kind of thing here, and I'll probably have a slightly overhanging roof section, which I'll probably do the same with on the lower floor. Have like roof liplets. Let's take off flight control, so I'm walking again. Alright, let's bring that down. There we go. Oh, there we go. So, I literally just got to do this now. Fun. Right. Oh, no, wrong. There we go. Okay. Let's bring, where did I, this is just gonna be me umming and ahhing over where I'm trying to put these things now, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Something people have also questioned me about on my videos as well is something. I'd say questions. It's more of a screamed at me, which is, how are you so good? I'm not. I'm telling you now, I am not good at this. And if you ever want to be good at anything, practice. I'm not kidding you. I have put thousands of hours into this game. Thousands. Most people only put in a few hundred hours into a good game, at most. You know, to me, this is... Damn, stupid eyes, itchy. Oh my god. Okay, that's better. So, to me, this kind of game is actually seriously fascinating. My parents have been like, how can you play this to this extent? You know, and they kind of can't understand how I can sink this many hours into it. I'd have to say in some instances they can't comment about like not being able to. I say they can't comment. I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying here. No offense to my mum and my dad, but I have played probably about as much on games, probably not though, as they have. So, I know that they struggle to understand how I can how I put so many hours into this game in particular, which is fair enough. That's a fair point. It's some people just don't see the point of Minecraft, and I've tried to explain my view on it to them pretty much all the time. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. So you can kind of see the initial design coming on, especially on this left-hand side. You've got your kind of indentations, sloped roofings, second floor, stuff like that. This will probably look quite good. I'm probably going to replace these pillar bits with wood, with like logs, probably some of this with wood mixed in with stone, patterning, stairs and things as well. They make excellent for pans and things. Central door as well. And I will eventually knock down this entire tower and just turn it into a central kind of garden fountain area and move these elevators somewhere else. In the meantime, as I was saying, Minecraft. Why they can't particularly understand why I play so much Minecraft. To me, Minecraft is possibly the single worst game for me. It's my bane, if you will, because I have a very single-track mind. I am excellent at linear games. You give me a game that has no other options, simply you require skill to get through, I will blast through that in a day, happily. Problem I have with that is... trying to think of the words now. Hang on, I'm a bit stuck here. Let me think about this. Sometimes my brain doesn't get ahead of my mouth. Sometimes it does. To me, linear games kind of run out once you've done it, and it's too linear. There's no other options. Whereas Minecraft, the possibilities are in effect limitless. People are like, but it's blocks. I'm running a texture pack here, okay? You can see the pixels. To me, that doesn't limit the graphical fidelity because these kinds of pixels are specific. They are placed. They are not the kind of... if you see the graphical quality, I don't know if you can see around the edge of this this block here. You can see the kind of... I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to point at the screen, so you probably won't be able to see my hand, but Oh, shit. I moved the camera. Okay, so I don't know if you can see on the edge of the selected area, like the block I'm hovering over, it comes up with a little border. I don't know if you can see that that border itself is made of pixels. That is, that would normally be taken up by anti-aliasing graphics and stuff like that. You know, the kind of things that really fancy games nowadays would kind of eliminate that. Yeah, I know, not the highest graphical fidelity game. However, these pixels here that make up this block are placed pixels. They are intentional. They are not the kind of pixels that come up in this little kind of edging box zone, which are kind of... I don't actually know what the name is for them, but you know, you can see these pixels just about. I don't know if the quality will be high enough for you guys to pick it up, but you know, if you play Minecraft next time, you look at the box and see the edge, and it does kind of have this slightly jagged effect to it. And as you could probably see down there, is that these cobblestone bricks, this repeating pattern causes really strange kind of patterns to appear in it. That is the limits of the graphics, but you can tell that, you know, the graphics of the game... Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep knocking the camera over. There we go. So, where was I? So the graphics of the game are... You know, they're technically not that high, but a lot of people nowadays consider that, you know, if the higher the graphical fidelity, the better a game is, and it really isn't. It really isn't. That's why I love Minecraft so much, because it's open-ended, the possibilities are limitless, as I've said, but also, you know, even at the end of the day, when you say you've gotten every item of the game, and you've built everything, you can sit there and think, now I want to do something else, and you can. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to just go, oh, I've gotten everything, there's no point anymore. Some people do that, though, because they're so in tune with linear games, they think, oh, I've got everything, I've done it all. But you haven't done everything. You can't do everything in a completely sandbox environment. Technically, not all of them are completely sandbox. Some servers have no limitations, but I'm speaking of the base game here. So you can go and do anything you want within that world, within that mechanical physics system. Whereas a linear game is, you have these set skills, you can do these particular types of things with this stuff, and you've got this path and this storyline to follow, but you can't deviate. Hang on.